We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Yeah, we're back at it. We're back at it. Another Saturday. Watching the Olympics. I'm mad as hell at the man's sprint relay. Boy, they know how to fuck up a wet dream, bro. Let me tell you. I can't. Because all I cared about really was the gymnastics, the sprints, the relays, and basketball. All that other shit, I'll watch it, but I'm not invested.
Yo, that was a close one with Serbia yesterday, man. That was a close one, man.
They actually got lucky.
They got lucky.
I mean, part of it was a little skill, and they played some D, but they actually got lucky that Serbia got cold. With 3-pointers.
Exactly. Yeah, they started missing a couple of joints and stuff. But now, you know, shout out to the Olympics and to all our athletes, you know, representing the United States, man.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
And what's so funny, man?
Shout out to all my Jamaican athletes too. You feel me?
Yeah. Their male relay team fucked up too and shit. I like to see Jamaica and the U.S. square off in the sprints and shit.
Yeah, facts.
So, Ma, before we get into this, bro, you got anything you want to plug? Anything you want to show the people?
I'm traveling kind of light, so I ain't got my soap. But make sure you go to masculineidentity.com and get your masculine identity soap. Wash the bitch ass nigga off of you, man. And then also make sure you check out the Masculine Identity membership. Well, right now it's on pause because I'm fixing some things on the website, but I think next week you still should be able to get on the Masculine Identity membership for $1 until September, and then also check out the Eventbrite and make sure you get your tickets for the Game Kings 2 Definition of a Man documentary screening in Miami, October 26th. Guys, don't wait too long. Seats are limited because we renting out just one movie theater. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just one movie theater, so you know, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be food, drink, and it's gonna be a Q&A, so you could chill with the Game Kings. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, don't wait too long. Don't wait too long because eventually hurricane season is coming to a close, and them tickets might start to shoot up. You know what I'm saying? So get up on that shit. Don't wait too long. You know what I'm saying? Put your pennies, you know what I'm saying, together and shit, and you know, come holler at us. And let me just say this real quick. Shout out to Miles and Lucario for putting this shit together. This is extremely important for us to do these events. So number one, we can meet up face to face, not only to get to know each other, but we can get to know y'all. You can put, you know, real live interactions with us. You can kind of compare that to what you see on the screen, and you can realize how consistent we are with how we interact in person and what you actually see on the screen and shit, right? And consistency is important. We preach that.
Yes, sir.
So hold on real quick. Let me move this up the way for a second. Guys, if you got a question, put a Q in the chat. Put a Q in the chat followed by your question. The sooner you ask the question, the sooner we'll get to it. You know what I'm saying? So if I was you, I'll ask sooner rather than later because we got shit we got to do. Real quick before we get into this, let me plug the joint.
Shout out real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get the chat. Shout out Renee P and all the other moderators. We got Paul 95 and Unique 79, Joe Blast, June Sports, Uncle Guns. So shout out to all the moderators, man. We appreciate y'all. So yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. And shout out to everyone that's up in here right now. Y'all could be doing anything else with y'all Saturday. We appreciate y'all. Again, put a Q in the motherfucking chat followed by your question. We'll get at you. If you're asking some silly elementary ass questions, we gonna skip right over that shit. This is grown man business. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no time for the kitty shit. Phone number is 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. We do got a video clip for you guys in just a moment. Let me plug the joint. The surprising ways guys ruin their relationships. Got some proof. Got some video proof. Shout out to the individual that put this clip in the Real Game No Theory Facebook group.
Yep.
I saw this shit and I listened to this shit. Then I went to Instagram and I looked at the comments and I see why women got to share us. I see why. I see why. Right. So, guys, real quick, like the video.
Already. 718, you're on live with K Zaggin and Miles. Name, age, city. How could we help you?
It's Moses, man.
Oh, what up, Moses? How you doing, brother?
What up, Moses?
Yeah, ain't nothing, man. I just want to say, man, that masculine identity membership is pretty damn good, man.
Hey,
even though it take time for me to understand it, but
right. Well, I mean, what you have any questions though? What you got?
Yeah, I don't really have a question. I just wanted to call in to say shout out to the membership. I'm on there.
Yep.
The thing is this about when ruining how guys ruin their relationship. Well, first off, out of two things: either they deal with women who don't like them, in the beginning, and they didn't recognize the red flags,
right?
Or they, somewhere down the line, joined the relationships. They switched up for the woman.
Right.
So, I mean, because if you think about it, there's no way that you could be in a relationship with a woman and everything is running smooth and then things just switch and go wrong.
Right.
Like
No. I disagree. You can be in a relationship with a woman and everything is going smoothly, but your bitch assness ruins it for the both of you.
Right.
When I show you this clip, these two individuals are in an active relationship, and this guy, because he's a bitch ass dude, is fucking it up for him and the woman. But go ahead.
All right, man. All right, man. I just wanted to call in and say that when I'm right now as we speak, I'm trying to order the soap. So, and
appreciate you, bro.
Take my game forward.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for taking my call, man.
I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling in. You have a good weekend, man. Appreciate you.
All right, so let's go ahead and get to this video and shit.
Yeah.
For anybody else calling.
Like the last 10 years, and you still holding on to something he got you 10 years ago.
It's not that deep. The thing that's pissing me is a necklace. The thing that's pissing me off is it's not clicking for you. If you don't like it, then replace it because I like it, so I'm keeping it until I get something else.
For me, is you stuck on stupid and keeping something this man got you.
Get out of your feelings.
Don't worry about it. We getting rid of it. I don't care what you say.
Who getting rid of it?
We are.
You've lost your ever loving mind. At this point, you know what? We need to talk to somebody else because whatever it is, it's not clicking for you. And the fact that you stuck in this mindset, stuck on stupid.
We can ask somebody else. If you want, we can make a couple.
Say less. Ask another couple.
Okay. Y'all see this watch right here? This watch was purchased by one of my exes, right? Another one of my exes knew that I liked this watch. She saw that the battery died. So although another woman purchased this watch for me, she took this watch. I didn't know about it. She took this watch. Not only did she get a new battery for it, but she got it repolished. Although she knew it came from another woman. So what you saw in the clip is the boyfriend is mad because his girlfriend is still wearing a necklace from a previous relationship. Miles, I got over a dozen watches. 99% of those watches came from various women.
Mm-hmm.
Any relationship I got in, other women pretty much knew Carrie has watches, other knickknacks, and even cologne from other women. Not one time did those women trip on that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with a lot of guys is you think because women are still wearing jewelry or whatever from other guys, you think it's because she's thinking about the other guy. It's a fucking necklace. She likes it. And she says something real. If you got a problem with me wearing it, replace it. Buy me a new one that I like more and I'll start wearing that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, and a lot of this has to do with retroactive jealousy, where, and it's not the watch. See, a lot of guys who have a small-minded way of looking at things, they think it's about the jewelry. Oh man, why is she wearing that shit? She's choosing that necklace over her relationship. No, that goofy guy is choosing something that's insignificant as a necklace because when he sees the necklace, he thinks about the other guy. She's not thinking about the other guy. You are. When I wear these watches that women purchase for me, I don't sit there and reminisce about the relationship. I'm wearing a watch because I fucking like it. It's really that simple. Miles, you got something you want to add to that, my brother?
Well, with me, when it comes to things like that, you know, the thing with me is, and you know, let me say this, because again, I'm not perfect, so I can understand how he might feel, especially because it seemed like to me, based on the video, that the dude just bought the necklace, like
No.
recently.
She said she had it. He said that she had it for over 10 years.
Oh, well, if she already had it, then that's crazy.
Yeah, she already had it.
If she already had it, that's crazy. Me personally, if you know, let's just say I'm with my woman and some ex just bought something. I don't know. I don't think I'd be all the way comfortable with that for the fact that he just bought it. You get what I'm saying? Now,
yeah, I agree with that.
Another thing I would say though is, let me tell you something about me. Whenever I see my woman wearing something nice that I didn't buy her, all I say to her is, I like that thing that you're wearing. And I don't ask any follow-up questions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I don't care where it comes from. I really don't care. Now, if she want to divulge or explain to me where it came from, fine. You know, maybe it's a fond memory or something. But I'm not the type of guy that's going to investigate and be like, yo, that's a really nice necklace. Where you got it? That's a really nice bracelet. Where you got it? Who got that for you? Blah, blah. I don't do all that type of shit because I really don't care. If it looks nice on you, I'm going to just tell you it looks nice on you. You get what I'm saying? Because that's not really what it's about. Again, the only way I would really have a issue or even talk about it is if the dude just bought it the other day, like, and it wasn't her birthday or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? I'd be like, and again, even if I saw it, I still wouldn't ask. But let's just say the package came or some shit like that, and she's like, oh, such and such bought me this jewelry and shit. I'd be like, what's going on there? Because niggas just don't up and buy bitches jewelry for no, you know what I'm saying? For absolutely no reason. What's going on there? But other than that, like, it's whatever to me. Because again, I'm more about being grateful. So I'm like, if it looks good on you, it looks good on you. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I've been in a situation like that before where, with a previous relationship where, something happened where some dude from high school, they had a situation where he wanted to buy something for her, and something happened back in the day where someone stopped it from happening. And so he bought it more recently and sent it to her. And then she told me the whole story. Like, she told me the whole story. And I was just like, well, that's cool, like, whatever. And the thing is that she decided to send the shit back, actually. And I didn't tell her to send it back. You see what I'm saying? So again, a lot of these things that may come up has a lot more to do with how you carry yourself as a man, and the type of respect that a woman is going to have for you based on the way that you carry yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because getting into these arguments and getting petty and getting jealous and insecure, that's what's going to make a woman want to keep it. You understand? Because since your leadership is shaky, she might just want to keep that necklace because she's like, well, here's a backup nigga that since if he gonna spend money on me with jewelry, that he might be able to take care of me if this shaky ass nigga fails. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But when you carry yourself a certain way, where it's like, with me, it's like I'm too much of a giant to be bothered by any of that little shit. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how I carry myself. So it's like if I see her with something nice, hey, that necklace, that jewelry, that earring, those earrings look nice on you. You see what I'm saying? And I have no follow-up questions because I don't care. I don't care. As long as a woman is doing what she's supposed to do for me and our relationship, that's what I really care about. Now, if I start seeing a woman start acting funny, start switching up the consistencies, that's the only time I have an issue. And then from there, I'm still not even going to be arguing about the necklace or the bracelet. I'm going to just be reducing the time that we spend together, because that's where your actions have brought the dynamics of the situation. You see what I'm saying? Not because I'm jealous about some necklace. I'm realizing that you starting to diminish the dynamics that I've set in place for our relationship, and that's disrespect enough. I don't give a fuck about the jewelry. It's more about your behavior in this relationship and your lack of consistency and all that other shit. So that lets me know that you are allowing yourself to be influenced by something or someone else. So therefore, I have to reduce the time that I spend with you, and it's really that simple. I'm not gonna sit there arguing with you about a fucking necklace. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to your point, if you remember the movie Soul Food, if you remember Mekhi Phi's character and Neil Long's character, when the light-skinned brother and shit bought her that bracelet. And now, but Neil Long's character and Mekhi Phi's character, they were married though. So I can see him feeling some type of way.
Right. 678. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I was going to say, but they were actively in a marriage, and then her ex purchased a gift for her, and she had the unmitigated gall, the audacity to wear that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to me, that was disrespectful. But if a woman got some shit from a past relationship and you guys are making a big deal out of that, the woman isn't tripping, you are. Okay?
Bro.
That's a conscious decision or choice to make an issue out of something.
Exactly. Yeah. If she already had it when we met, there's no way I could have a problem with that. No way possible. You understand? No way possible. If it's some new shit, there might be a discussion depending on the circumstances. Because some shit is like, for example, if some nigga buy my current chick or wife or whatever a chick like a necklace that's more expensive than something that I would buy, then we might have to talk about it.
Like, my mouth ego's on display with that one.
No, it's not ego. It's not ego. It's not ego. It's that I know that niggas ain't buying chicks super expensive pieces of jewelry for no fucking reason.
Just because it's something else, some undercurrent shit.
Because here's the thing with me, and 687, we're gonna get to you right now. Don't hang up. We coming right now. Here's the thing with me. If I'm married or if I'm in an established relationship, if you're really trying to buy a woman who's married in an established relationship something that like such a grand gesture, I think you need to clear it with her man, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if it's really if it's that important for you to buy a woman something that expensive or create such a grand gesture, I think it warrants you to say, hey, can I speak to your old man real quick? Because I need to clear this. Because just man to man. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because certain gestures and certain price tags, my nigga, it's like, nigga, what are you doing? You understand? What are you really trying to do? Because you could have a certain amount of influence over your woman, but it's not even the woman that I'm worried about. It's the dude, because these niggas love to lead with their wallet and all this type of shit. And I'm like, bro, what are you really trying to do? Like, what are you really trying to do? And if that's the case, it's like, Willix, you don't respect your relationship. Gifts have exactly.
But he's talking about shit that a woman already has. See, this is goofiness. But let's get to the call though. We'll address this goofy shit later.
If she already has it, I have no problem with that shit. All right, but anyway, 678, you are on live with K Zagna Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Efosa 2827, Atlanta, Georgia.
All right, Efosa, what's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, that video was a skit.
Okay.
Yeah, because I followed him on Instagram. That's a skit. You know what I'm saying?
He said he follows that couple on Instagram, and that was a skit.
That's a skit. Yeah. Okay, but Efosa, I hate when you guys do that. Whether it's a skit or not, that's literally art imitating life. That happens in real life. There's a guy in the chat saying he experienced that. So I hate when you guys come here saying that's a skit. There's no need to do that. If you know it's a skit, cool. right? We understand that there are skits out there, but there's still lessons to be learned from skits.
Exactly. Because you see the thing too, like I said, if it's a current gift and it's super expensive, the thing with me is that I know niggas is simps.
Yeah.
You understand? I know how nice guys think. Because when I was younger, I used to be one. So you creating that grand gesture, and then if she just accepts it and says thank you and not call your ass, not do nothing with your ass, like you gonna be tight. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like if it's really that important, you gotta speak to that man. You gotta speak to that woman's husband. You gotta speak to that woman's man. You gotta be like, listen, man, this is out of pocket because I know this is the type of gift that a man should be giving to his wife, if anything. So it's like if it's really that important, you gotta speak up to the leader of that relationship. You can't just be doing that bullshit. But Efos, you have any other questions or anything?
Yeah, so like for me, like
exactly.
I want women who can cook. You know what I'm saying? I prefer
Wait. Efosa, do you have us on speakerphone or something?
Yes.
Hold on.
Because it's you. I get so tired of y'all nigga. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all really don't understand that the audio matters?
Yeah, stop, guys. Stop. Hold on. Efosa, listen, brother, listen. And for any other guy listening, stop calling with your earbuds in, your Bluetooth, on speaker, in your car, and you're using your car. Stop doing that.
So why you sound like you in a hallway, bro?
No, I'm not. I'm not in the hallway. I'm not in speakerphone. I promise you, I'm not.
All right. You said you had another question. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm saying that I prefer women who can cook. So you worry about women who like cook for you when you're dating, or cooking for you, making you meals, something like that?
Okay,
I didn't hear a word you just said, bro.
He's talking about a woman cooking for him.
Oh, okay.
Guys. Okay, I just dropped the video talking about guys take the fun out of dating. When you're dating, when you're very first meeting people, they are strangers, right? You should not have no expectations of people doing shit for you, right? As a man, right? I'm speaking strictly from the perspective of a man. All you need concern yourself with are two things. The woman that you're dealing with, does she know how to fucking listen?
Mm-hmm.
And is she sexually attracted to you? That's it. Those two things. Anything beyond that, don't concern yourself with. Because if a woman is sexually attracted to you and she knows how to listen, at the bare minimum, you can have a very enjoyable sexual experience or sexual experiences. And it might not go beyond just the sex. And that's cool if it doesn't. The only time you need be concerned with anything beyond the sex is if the woman is trying to get you to elevate her position in your life, right? The question would be then, is she doing what's necessary, right? Based on what you may require. Is she campaigning and auditioning? Is she investing more than just her body in a situation? So although you don't have any expectations, when you have a program as a man, you should already know, if I'm going to deal with women beyond just sex, there are some things that they have to show me, right? You don't have to sit there and go to a woman and say, show me this, show me that, show me this, and then I'll date you more seriously. You ain't got to do all of that. Either she is showing you what she needs to show you, or she isn't. I've had women come to me, Efosa, and they ask me, so, are you and I, are we going to do anything more than just sex, or are we going to date each other more seriously? And I straight up told them, hey, look, I like the way things are right now. I don't want to upset the apple cart at all. I want to keep shit the way it is. If that's not enough for you and you're looking for something more, then by all means, you're free to go find that in another man. Now, there are reasons why I'm telling her that. And it may be because how she's behaving, it's not suitable for me to elevate her. But I'm not going to tell her anything. I'm just going to let her know, we're going to keep it like this, right? So you may say, Efosa, if I'm going to date a woman more seriously, I want her to cook for me. Okay, so if the woman ain't doing that, don't date her more seriously. It's that simple.
All right. That's awesome. Thank you. That makes sense. Thank you.
All right, Efosa, appreciate you, man. Appreciate the call.
I'll take you. Bye-bye.
All right.
The nigga said bye-bye.
He said bye-bye.
You motherfucker, toodles. You motherfucker
All right, so
did that, nigga.
we got 502. You're on live with K-Zach and the Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
What's going on, Zag and Miles? It's Phoenix 42.
What's going on, Phoenix?
What's going on, Phoenix? How you doing, bro?
Doing all right. About y'all?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Can't complain, man. God is good. Grateful for each day. What's going on,
bro?
Yeah, I feel like. No, I was just saying that on the subject, I kind of agree and kind of disagree with it.
Yeah,
I'm cool with her getting the gifts if it serves me. Because now, the reason I say that is because I had a ex that had lived with me, and she had a kid, with her ex or whatever. Well, he's an auto mechanic, and when she wrecked her car, she was driving my second car, and dude was doing all the mechanic work for free on my second car. So he put new tires on it, oil changes, all that, all for free. And then she kind of came to me and she was like, "Well, he's volunteering to do this. Does that bother you?" The hell no. You saved me thousands of dollars. He's doing all the work for free.
Right.
Bro,
nah, I can see that. I can see that.
I can, relate to that at least.
Caller. I had one of my exes. She was a property manager of an apartment complex, and there was a couple of dudes that wanted to fuck her. So she used that energy of them wanting to fuck her to my benefit. So let me explain what I mean. Because she was a property manager of an apartment complex, she had guys that would do pesticide work and carpet cleaning work. So she would have guys come to my house and give me either free carpet cleaning or like a massive discount. Like, let's say they charge $150 for 3 rooms. They might charge me $50, right? Also, when they would come and spray for insects, they would come and do that shit for free. Right? There was another guy that she knew that wanted to fuck her.
Hold on real quick. 347, we're going to get to you. Just chill out. All right? We're going to get to you. Stay on the line. We're going to get to you. 347, we're going to get to you. Just chill out.
Yeah. Hold on. Who he did tattoos, right? So at the time, I had, an extra washer or dryer that I wasn't using. So I traded him that for a fucking tattoo, right? So I hear what you're saying about using that to your advantage. But we're talking about really gifts that to the woman, and we're not necessarily talking to them. Now, I mean, we could move the conversation to guys purchasing things for women while you're actively dating them. But what we're really talking about is women that have gifts from guys that they dated years ago. Right. And for me, I don't give a fuck about jewelry or any of that. Now, if she got some fucking lingerie that another nigga purchased, I don't. Nah, bitch, we gonna wear some new shit, right? That's just me though,
But that's why me personally. That's why I don't ask.
I don't ask either, bro. And I'm glad you said that. I don't ask where she got shit from. It's none of my business, none of my concern.
Right. Look, I've been in, to call it to go with your story, bro. I've been in See, here's the thing. Here's the thing about influence and game. See, situations like that when a woman is dealing when a woman is dealing with a simp or a friend zone ass nigga, you gotta influence your woman enough to understand game, bro. Because here's what the thing is. I've been in situations where, me and my lady, we fell on hard times and shit, and she literally met a simp ass nigga that wanted to give her money. And I told her, I said, say what you need to say and get that money from that nigga. We need a spot because, we need a little bit of cushion for this month's rent and bills. It was that bad. You understand? But I told her, I said, listen, make sure you understand this is a simp ass nigga and he's a friend zone nigga. Like, be careful and be wary of this nigga. You understand? And she was like, no, I understand what you're saying because da-da-da-da. So, the dude was calling and flirting, whatever. And we got what we needed to get and we made rent and everything was cool. You understand? And she was, because of the game and the influence, she knew, like, she wasn't attracted to this nigga. He was just a simp ass friend zone type nigga. But he wanted to spend bread. You understand? He wanted to give her shit. So that's what I'm saying with influence and having a certain level of confidence. Your girl knows when a nigga's being a simp. Your girl knows when a nigga's trying to be a nice guy to get out of the friend zone. So you don't have to be jealous and all that other dumb shit. When you start acting that way, that's when she gonna look at you like you might be the friend zone nigga or the simp ass nigga because you being real insecure. So the thing is, you better off just making your girl aware of what it is, because the nigga that's trying to use money to get in where he fit in, he's not gonna be the one that's attractive to your girl. Do you understand? How you maintain your influence is you can't show any type of insecurity or act like you're bothered by any of that shit. You just tell your girl, listen, yo, get the bag, get what you need to get. Just make sure you understand the position of a simp. Make sure you understand the position of a friend zone nigga. Make sure you understand that a man doesn't do anything for nothing. You understand? So run the game, be careful, and do what you got to do. It's almost like pimping, almost, right? Where you know that's a part of the reason why some of these hoes need a pee, because a lot of the marks and a lot of the tricks, sometimes they bite off more than they could chew, or they tip her more than he should, and then he wants to spend more time, or he only paid for a couple of hours but he want to spend the night, and then she gotta holler at her pimp like, yo, get this nigga the fuck out of here, because he didn't, that's not how it's gonna go. So again, you have to show influence, you have to show leadership, and you gotta be solid, bro. Just because a nigga trying to spend money on your girl, if you're insecure to think that just because a dude is trying to spend money on your chick that you might lose her to the dude, then you the one that's the weak one. You see what I'm saying? You the one that comes off unattractive to your lady. Because look, these women know that they could finagle a lot of shit out of dudes. They know
of
that.
course.
And if
Women are very adept.
Exactly. And if you don't know that, then you the one that's missing the game. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta understand game from the beginning and understand that if a nigga's in the friend zone, even he can't buy his way into your woman. And if he can, then that's not your woman any fucking way. Let her go. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, because what you saying, that kind of reminds me. I don't know if one of y'all had brought it up or somebody else did. Remember in that episode of Martin where Gina had to ask Cole for like $20, and then Martin got real mad when he had to ask for that, when she asked for $20, because he's like, nah, you don't get no money from another man, even if I ain't here, because then he gonna try to come back and clap cheeks.
Right. Exactly.
And he, but he's kind of handling that wrong, because he's like, yo, I see what you're saying, that like you should just go ahead and put her up on game to know, hey, if that's what you gotta do, but no, this is what it is.
Right.
Well, here's the thing, caller. You can't concern yourself with the intentions of another man, right? Whether he's going to try and clap cheeks or not. You can't worry about what another man is trying to do, because the bottom line is this: either your woman is going to surrender to his advances or she won't. You know what I'm saying? And even if she surrendered to his advances, in some cases you won't even know about it. But let's say it comes to pass that you find out about it. Well, you got a decision to make. See, a lot of guys, they try to do prevention. They try to prevent shit from happening. And to me, that's a lot of wasted energy, trying to prevent things from happening with your woman, because the reality of it is, it's her pussy, it's not yours. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, she can make a decision whether or not you're going to be the only one up in it, or whether or not she's going to share that shit with other dudes. You know what I'm saying? So there is nothing you can do outwardly to impact that, right? Now, I mean, there's things you can do to influence women overall, to at least give them cause to pause, but ultimately the decision is theirs. And if a woman, let me tell you something, I don't give a fuck how loving or loyal your woman may be. If she run across the right nigga, all that shit can fold. Period. All that shit can fold. If she run across the dude and there's any chink in y'all situation, like she's mad at you for something, or she's questioning your leadership, that's all the crack a nigga with game need to slide up in there.
And see, and that's exactly what showing insecurity, jealousy, and all that other shit will do. That's exactly what it would do. See, this is why I talk about consistency and leadership so much, because when you have a certain level of consistency, leadership with your woman, you influence your woman with a energy of peace. Do you understand? because everything is consistent with you, and the sex is good, the quality of the relationship is good, everything is good. Trust me, in most situations, if it's consistent, she's not gonna allow any nigga, right, to fuck that up. But check this out. How many times have you heard, oh yeah, he hollered at me and I was mad at my man at the time, or me and my nigga was taking a break and then he hollered at me and so we did this, that, and the third. Now, that's a break in the consistency. Whenever your chick talking about she mad at you and y'all on a break, or oh, I'm fighting with my nigga right now, and so on and so forth, a chick would tell another dude that she's single. You see what I'm saying? A chick will, and again, all of that comes from a break in the consistency. So what am I saying? The consistency of the relationship comes down to the consistency of the man. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the influence that I'm talking about. So that's why you can't be on where'd you get that necklace? Or what are you doing there? Where'd you get that lingerie from? And no. I don't ever ask no follow-up questions. If it look good on you, I compliment you because I'm all about gratitude. So if you have it, I don't care how you got it. I just know it looks good on you and I'm enjoying it on you right now.
Facts.
And that's all that matters to me. So that consistency is all the way through the relationship. You see what I'm saying? So again, it pretty much don't matter what's going on. If your woman respects your leadership and consistency, chances are it's not many dudes that's going to be able to disrupt that. Now, if your woman allows that to be disrupted, then that's not the type of woman that you want on the team anyway. So it's actually, even though it might sting or even though it might be a disappointment to you, it's actually a good thing that it happened so you can let her go. Because any woman that allows a disturbance to the peace in the relationship that you've created based on consistency, she doesn't deserve that consistency. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And shout out to the big homie Aaron Summers, man. What's going on, Aaron? She said just joined, about to start the stream from the beginning, but shout out to y'all. Appreciate you, Aaron, with the $5 super chat.
And let me say this. Okay, I want guys to think about this. Take your ego out of it, take your feelings out of it. So let's say, for the sake of argument, you feel some type of way because a woman is wearing a tennis bracelet, a necklace, or a set of earrings, or even if she's still rocking a bag that another nigga got her, right? Even if you tell her, man, I don't want you, rocking that shit no more. I don't want you wearing that shit because that old nigga gave it to you. Even if she stopped wearing it, you can never impact a woman's secret thoughts.
Facts.
Right? So just because she takes off the necklace or earrings and she don't wear that shit no more, let's say for the sake of argument, she is still reminiscing about that man. Let's say she's keeping that shit because it's sentimental to her. Her not wearing that shit doesn't take away her thoughts. Mm-hmm. So you can never control what a woman thinks just because you're trying to control what she wears, right? So you even concerning yourself with that is really insecurity, right? Because it's about how you feel. Hey, you feel like she's thinking about that nigga right now. That nigga is on her mind right now. That's why you got an issue with it, because you're concerning yourself with what you think she's thinking about. Right? And you have no clue of what's really on her mind. So my thing is, why even concern yourself with what's on her mind? Because women will always have secret thoughts you'll never know about. Women will always have thoughts they'll never share with you. All you need to be concerned about is, when she's around me, is she doing what I ask of her?
Exactly.
Right? When I set up situations for us to meet up, is she on time? Mm-hmm. Is she consistent with what I ask of her? The moment she's inconsistent, the moment she's resistant, the moment she shows any hesitation or trepidation to what I'm telling her, then we got a problem. I don't give a fuck about that necklace. I don't give a fuck about that bangle earrings or them fucking bracelets. I don't give a fuck about it. It's jewelry. It doesn't matter. What she's wearing has no impact on your influence. You are allowing you to be influenced by what she's wearing. So when you're influenced by what she's wearing, you are allowing that to influence your emotions and how you respond to her. So now she's looking at you like you're weak. All you did was self-sabotage yourself. The surprising ways guys ruin their relationships. Y'all got
facts. 502 Phoenix, you got anything else?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just made me think of another point that, you know, a lot of these women get out here and they get with guys that finance their lifestyle. They pay for the dresses, the heels, the jewelry and stuff. So if you come with, and basically those reasons of why you're attracted to her. So then it's like when you strip all that away, you strip away the kind of reason why you even were attracted to her in the first place. It's kind of like, you know, Cinderella goes back from being that princess that you kind of had seen at the ball to that chick that's in the closet wearing them raggedy clothes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And the thing too, you know, is, you know, it's insecurity because, you know, you see, you know, she has a necklace and you like, man, like a lot of dudes, they looking at it like, man, I can't afford to give her a necklace like that right now. And they start to feel insecure about that shit. You know, like they start to feel like, oh man, like, oh, she got some type of, she got a Birkin bag from her last man. And it's like, oh, well, I can't afford to buy her no Birkin bag, man. She probably gonna leave me for another nigga that could buy her a Birkin bag. But again, you, when you do that type of shit, you discount the value of your masculine identity. You understand? When you show that you're worried or or you have some type of problem with that type of shit, you are discounting the value of your masculine identity because there's a reason why she's with you. There's a reason why she's with you, my brother. And there's a reason why the nigga bought her a Birkin and she's not with him. You get what I'm saying? Because if you really break it down, the expensive bracelets, the bags, the trips, the this, the that, if all those things were so important, then why is she still not with that nigga? You see what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself these questions and think critically. And you say to yourself, damn, I can't afford to buy her no Birkin bag. How the fuck is she with me? But that's why you got to look at it. And so, you see, notice I phrased it as a question, but this is what you say. I can't afford to buy her no Birkin bag, but I'm that nigga and she's with me. You see what I'm saying? It's all about the perspective of how you see yourself. So when the guy in the skit or the whatever skit or reel, when you know, because like Renee P said, you know, art imitates life and vice versa. When you start to be like, yo, don't wear that shit in front of me and all this stuff, you are only letting your woman know that you don't understand the value of your masculine identity. You're just letting your woman know straight up that those type of things threaten you. You understand? But see, let me tell you, when you understand the value of your masculine identity and you start to realize she fucks with the energy of my identity, and she knows she can't get that anywhere else. You could always go somewhere and buy a Birkin. You could always go somewhere and buy a piece of jewelry. But this shit right here, this Miles Cunningham shit, this Kay Zagan shit, you can't find it anywhere else. It is only here. This is 101. There's no price tag on this. And if you discount the value of that, then that's when you lose, because your woman starts to look at you funny, like, oh, he don't even realize the value of his own identity. So why should I? Maybe I should just go get with the other nigga and get me some more Birkin bags.
Well, not only that, but you're showing your insecurity as a man because you feel inadequate. You feel inadequate. You feel inept because maybe your money ain't where it want to be. See, if I'm fucking with a chick and she got a Birkin bag or something like that from the last dude, I'm like, sport that shit, bitch, because I ain't gonna buy one for you. Sport the fuck out that shit.
You know what? Let anybody who looking at us now think I got it, nigga. I got it for you, bitch. Like, fuck it.
Yeah. I'm not. Hey, I don't care if that nigga bought you a car. If from the last thing, if I'm riding in that motherfucker, shit, I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave my DNA all in that motherfucker.
Look, when I'm around,
divorce, we go to your house.
When I'm around, my girl don't drive anyway. So let's just say she did get a car from a nigga. Who pushing? Fuck out of here. I'm pushing always.
Hey, you know what, Miles? You be like, this nigga got good taste. This suspension and shit. This nigga got great taste.
I'm telling you, cause you want to be so. Like I said, you want to be a giant where the small things don't bother you. So your girl is coming at you laughing at that nigga. Like, look what this nigga bought us. That, you know what I'm saying? You want your woman to understand that it's team us. You understand? So even if a nigga buys something during the relationship, she come to you like, look what this bitch ass nigga bought us. He bought us a gold brick for us. We gonna invest this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to use this shit and buy a couple properties. That's what we about to do. Us. Because she understands that can nothing fuck with this consistency that we got going on. You feel me?
There you go.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate that, y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Always great game.
Yes, sir. All right,
But yeah, I'm gonna jump on off and let some other callers jump on in. Y'all have a good weekend.
All right, Phoenix, we appreciate you, man. Make sure you check us out tomorrow, 12 noon for the Real Game No Theory show. All right.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't miss no shows. Of course, I'll be there.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
All right, Phoenix. Peace, fam.
All right. All right, so we got 347. You're on live with K Zag and the Miles. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hey, what's up, guys? Just want to give a big shout out. Thank you for you guys doing this. And Miles, man, I cannot even tell you how much I've learned from you, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
But yeah, let's just get to the question, man. So I'm new to the game, man. I'm in my mid-20s. I'm learning from the best like you guys. So, I have this girl that I recently started talking to, and she's been cool. Like, she's even taking me on dates and things like that. And she even has brought it up that she wants to move on into more like a relationship and some time ahead. Honestly, no complaints, and that girl been on point and everything. However, I know she has a lot of like male friends and even like follow some dudes that I know that she's like fucking around with.
Wait. Caller. You said she follows dudes. You're talking about on social media?
Yes.
How do you know that? How do you know she follows other guys? How do you know she follows other guys?
Oh, well, it was she was telling me a story. She was telling me a story from a coworker. Something happened, and while she was working there, and this coworker was there, she was also talking. She had a boyfriend at that time, and they broke up. And she said that how one night they just went out to drink, ended up smashing, blah blah blah, but they still stay in contact. So she told me that.
Okay, well, wait. Let's back up. So, did she have sex with did she cheat on her man with the coworker, or did they have sex after the relationship ended?
No. So she said that she had that boyfriend, and then she broke up, and then some time after, that's when that happened.
Okay, so this is what I would tell you. Be careful with what women tell you. Don't put too much or place too much stock in what women tell you. And my thing is this: how long have you been dealing with this young lady?
Right.
Oh, with this chick?
Yeah.
Like about 3 months.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Caller, how old are you?
I'm 25.
You're 25. Do you know what the vetting
guys.
Do you know what the vetting process is?
Well, I'm definitely on that, but like,
caller. Listen. You're a man, correct?
Right, absolutely.
You're at least a male. You got XY chromosomes, correct?
Right.
Okay, when I ask you a question, brother, I want you to keep the answers as simple as possible. So I'm going to ask it again. Do you know what the vetting process is?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. Now, do you know what the bad boy membership is?
I don't.
Okay, do you know who Mr. Lucario is?
Yeah, I've seen some of his videos. Yeah.
Okay, so I think you need to spend some time getting to know Mr. Lucario, and you need to check out what's called the Bad Boy Membership. Go to badboymembership.com, and you will see that there is a video that he has on the membership called How to Vet Women. You can join it. Now, there's over 120 videos on that membership, but you can join it for at least a month and check out at the very least that video on the vetting process. Because let me tell you something. Number one, the vetting process never ends, but you don't want to get into a relationship at 3 months, my brother. You don't want to do that. You understand?
No, definitely.
Now, let me ask you a question. Have you and this woman argued any at all so far?
No, not at all.
Not at all. You sure?
Yeah, for sure.
No disagreements,
no
nothing. Everything she tells you, everything you tell her to do, she follows it with no objection to anything.
Yes, man. Even me. I'm usually the one that's always like being late on dates sometimes before. But
bruh.
Okay. She's taking me on dates before.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good. But 3 months is still too short, bro. Yeah. Now, what is your actual question again? Like, just repeat your actual question.
Okay, my actual question was, I guess this comes down to like the whole vetting process, because you know, I'm not new. I'm new to like
Stop,
girls
bro.
having a lot of male friends.
What did I say? What did I say about answering the question directly and simply? What is your question, sir?
Okay. My question is, how do you navigate with somebody like that?
How do you navigate to what end? What are you trying to accomplish?
To a woman that has male friends.
With a woman that has male friends. Okay, now let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Does this bother you?
Well, right now, yes.
Yo, come on.
I don't know.
Yo. I'm going to hang up on you if you don't answer my questions like a man, my brother. Does this bother you?
Yes.
Thank you. Doesn't it I can help you better when you're being honest, okay? So you just need to answer the question honestly and simply. So it bothers you that she has male friends, correct?
Right.
Okay. Now, why does this bother you?
It could lead to cheating.
It could lead to cheating. Okay. So here's the thing. So it sounds like you're afraid to lose this woman.
I mean,
Already.
I just don't want,
3 months in.
I don't want to get into a relationship where it's going to lead to that.
Okay, but let me tell you something. You know she could get hit by a bus any one of these days, God forbid. You know she could get hit by a bus and you could lose her that way, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that means what's going on right now is you are too emotionally attached. So you are already losing. Because let me tell you something. You don't own a woman. You don't own a human being, and you don't have nobody. You understand? You don't have nobody. You are given the opportunity to spend time with that person and to enjoy that person, but you don't own and you don't have anyone. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So the fact that you are already afraid of losing her and you haven't even made her a girl yet, you're already in a disadvantaged position. You get that?
Well, and let me say this, caller. Go ahead, caller. Answer the question, caller, please. You understand what Miles is trying to tell you, brother?
Absolutely, yes. Thank you.
Okay, let me say this, and I'll pass it to Jay Roman. Okay, I want guys to understand something. If you got a problem with a woman having male friends, and you don't want to get into a relationship, don't get into a relationship. It's nothing to really think about. But let me say this though: a woman having male friends or not is not indicative of whether or not she's going to cheat on you. That has nothing to do with it. Just because a woman doesn't have male friends doesn't mean she still won't cheat on you at some point. That had nothing to do with it, right? So you have to ask yourself, if you got a problem with a woman having male friends, where does that come from, right? And you just admitted it comes from you being insecure about it, right? Now let me tell you why I would have a problem. Like now, I'm non-monogamous, so I wouldn't care now. But let's say I was monogamous and I still believed in sexual exclusivity. Let me tell you why it would be a deal breaker for me to be in a relationship with a woman that got male friends. Because this is what I know women do. When women got male friends, they talk to their male friends about the guys that they're dealing with, right? Me personally, if I'm in a monogamy, well, any relationship for that matter, but specifically a monogamous relationship, I don't need my woman going to other men and talking about the intimate details of our relationship with another man and being influenced by that man's opinions. That would be my reason for not wanting to deal with women that got male friends. Not because I'm worried about her cheating, but because I understand that women will go to their male friends or guys that they respect as far as their opinion, and they would ask them advice on how to deal with this guy or that guy. I ain't fucking with no chick that's doing it if I know about it.
Jay Roman, you got something?
Yeah, let me ask you a few questions because I only heard a little bit of it coming in, where you didn't want her to have any male friends. Now, are these before you even met her, the friends that she have, you want her to get rid of, or are these friends after you are together with her?
Yeah, they only been together 3 months, so she probably had them already.
Yeah, no, she definitely had them already. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm always keep it funky with everybody. I'm not the biggest fans of women having all these male friends, and only because of my influence, right? Like I want to be the sun, the moon, the star, the everything to you, and if you don't treat me like such, then we just can't be together. Now, my rule has always been this: if I meet you, Tom, John, whatever their names is, are your friends when I met you, that's cool. But as we gather our relationship and we are together now, ain't no room for new friends, because there's no need for new friends of influence in your life, because you got somebody solid. And if you don't recognize that, then we just can't be together. Now, I'm not worried about the cheating aspect, because you could cheat. She could cheat with friends, without friends, whatever.
Right. Exactly.
Apparently, she's already put these guys in whatever position she wants them to be in prior to you. So I'm not worried about any of that. It's just afterwards, it's all about influence with me. And I better see that this influence is solid.
Right. Caller, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So far in the last 3 months, right? Have you ever opened a conversation or asked her about having male friends?
Nah, not at all. Cause I didn't. Like I'm saying, I'm just like keeping what's it like, how she acts and things like that, right?
So you never ask her no questions about nothing, about where she hang out, who her friends are, nothing like that.
I've just like just one time I asked her what she was up to, and she just told me, like hanging out with some friends, and she mentioned a girlfriend of her that I met, and that was about it regarding that.
So you called her up one day and y'all was talking, and you said, what are you up to?
Oh yeah, because I just I got into something. I got invited to a birthday party and things like that, and I just wanted to bring somebody. I wanted to bring her with me, so that's why I called her.
Look. You see, I'm a little different. I never ask anybody that question. What are you up to? I ask if anything. I say, how's your day going? But I never ask, what are you up to, or what are you doing right now? I never ask that question.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give two shits. Now, if I want to invite you somewhere, I will tell you. I'll just be like, listen, I got something going on later on at 6 p.m. Are you available? That's all I need to know. You see, you guys got to be careful about how you talk to your woman. You got to be careful about how, I keep telling y'all, your language exposes you. All words have meaning, and the words that you choose it's a window. It's an indicator of where your thoughts are at. So when you ask somebody, "Oh, what are you up to?" That's you probing and investigating and trying to figure things out. Like, this is why I don't believe in all that too much texting and calling, especially when you first getting to know somebody. You get to know me when you see me, because my personal life belongs to me. So all of that just calling me up out the blue, hey, what you doing? What's going on? What you up to? All of that bullshit, you can't do that with me. And because you can't do that with me, I don't do that with women. I don't want to know what you're up to. Now, if I want to invite you to something, or if I have plans for us, I will ask you. I have plans for us that are this time, this date. Are you available? And then we can move forward from there. But all of that background probing, investigating type of language, you guys got to be careful with that shit, because understand, that's the type of language that will make her think that she could talk to you and bring up stories about male friends. You see what I'm saying to you?
I hear you, yeah.
So you got to be careful with your language and all that other shit, because a lot of you niggas, me personally, I know things that I want to know, and I know things that I don't want to know. And with me, the only thing I want to know is things that have to do with me and things that I can control. I don't need to know or want to know anything else. I don't need, so where you at? What you up to? What you doing? Who you with? All of that shit, I give two fucks about. The only thing I need to know is the plans that we have set are at the top of the fucking list, and you gonna show up on time and ready to do what we do, and that's that. So you got to be careful with your language. Go ahead, Zach.
Well, let me say this, and men, y'all need to learn to be very intentional with your conversations. Right? You should have a point. Like, I'm not gonna call a chick up just to fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that, because my thing is, if I'm free and available and I want to see you, I'm gonna let you know I want to see you, and any talking we're gonna do, we can do then. Right.
Exactly.
But not only that, even if a woman is trying to tell me what she's doing, I'm like, hey, baby, I don't need to know all of that. Hey, look, the reason why I'm even hollering at you right now is because there's something going on, and I want to see if you're available and you can join me and we can kick it. And if she is, I'll be like, cool, I'll see you then. If she not, then there's no reason to continue the conversation because it's not, to me, it's not to my benefit for you to get in my ear about what you're doing right now. Me and my girls, we kicking it, and my girl right now, she tripping. Hey, well, look, I hope that worked out for you, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you make it.
Right. Because remember, guys, and Jay, I got you. Who got the siren? Who got the siren? Is that you, caller?
That's Jay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
No, that's not me.
My bad.
Oh, that's the caller. All right. Caller, I'm gonna just say this to you real quick. Remember, I tell you guys all the time, we lead whether we know it or not. So if we have bad leadership, we're gonna get a certain type of behavior from our woman. If we have good leadership, we're gonna have a certain type of behavior from our woman. These fucking sirens.
Yeah. I love the fact.
So I'll close it with this. So remember, when you do that probing, what are you up to language to your girl, she's gonna have the same. She's gonna feel that that's what it is in the relationship. So be careful how you lead. Go ahead, Jay.
No, Miles, I agree 100% with that. But I love the difference in all of us, though. So, my thing is this for me. I like true conversation and I like honesty. So when I meet a woman and I ask about her guy friends, I want to see if she's going to be truly honest with me. And I do that because I can tell by what type of relationship we're going to have when it comes to that. And so for me, if you don't recognize that one of these dudes or a majority of these dudes just want to fuck, then I have an issue with you and your intelligence. And so that determines what type of woman that if we're even going to deal with.
Right.
So if I ask, well, who's that guy? Oh, I met him at work a couple years ago. He tried to smash. He ain't going to get it. Woo, woo, woo. That's honest conversation. Don't just say he's a friend. You understand what I'm saying? Like if he's just a friend, say that. Like, oh, woo, woo. But recognize what the deal is. Because we all know guys can be a very patient wolf. All they're doing is just hanging around. Some of these guys just hang around. And the thing is, they just hang around and, some ladies break, dick break in case of emergency. All that doesn't matter to me. What matters is, are you real? It can have real conversation. Like, hey, babe, John, he finally tried. He finally tried to get at me at work. Oh, okay. That's he did. What did he try? What did he say? So now we having real conversation and our communication is on point and she understands who I am and the honesty that she can be able to open up and tell me that stuff. That's the type of stuff that I'm looking for. So, don't just, if you're going to inquire about something, inquire so it benefits you and you're looking at the person and say, okay, are you going to be an honest person? Are you going to be real with yourself on what's up? Because I hate when people lie to themselves. Because if they lying to themselves, they definitely going to lie to you. And we can't start off like that.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this. I really don't concern myself with whether or not a woman has male friends or not. I really don't care. And let me tell you why. Number one, when I first meet a woman, she's met other men before me. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, when I'm dating, I'm not actively looking to be in a relationship anyway. So I don't give a fuck. My only thing, the only time I made it a point to even discuss it was with my ex-wife when she was telling me we got on the subject. We was talking about cohabitating and being married. This is before we started living together and before we got married. And we started talking about the fact that we both were, had individuals of the opposite sex that we knew about, right? I mean that we knew, right? Because the woman still got numbers in her phone from other guys.
Of course.
Okay? You still got numbers from other women. Now, whether you are actively seeing them or talking to them, who is to say? My only thing is, this is the only thing I ever cared about, right? Is the nature of the relationship. This is why. I never wanted to come home from work and there's a nigga sitting on my couch. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's that type of shit right there.
Yeah.
Yo, man, listen. I had a friend of mine. Some bullshit. Like he got into an argument with his chick in his apartment. left the apartment for like maybe a half hour to an hour, came back in the apartment and it was a nigga in his fucking apartment with his chick. Bro, that story blew my
that type
fucking
of
mind,
shit.
bro.
That type of shit right there,
He was
Miles.
like, who are you? Like, who the fuck is you, nigga? Bro, crazy shit. I mean, it wasn't no fights or nothing, but he was just like, yo, what's up? He was like, oh, such and such invited me over. Hey, my name is Tom. How are you? I'm like, nigga, what? Yo, that's
Now,
crazy.
What's so crazy is one of my closest homies. That's how we met, right? My girl was telling me that she got this dude friend and woody whoop, and I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I come home late night from work. It's like 11 o'clock at night. We living together like an idiot. But coming home, it's 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
I open my door and this dude is sitting on the couch. Now she says, hey, this is such and such. I went straight to the bedroom. I called her to the back of the bedroom and I said, he got to go. Right. So he left. Now, some time goes by and we meet in a different way and such and such. And we talked about that night. And he said, the way you came in, dog, I thought you was about to, we was about to get into it. Right. Because I looked at him up and down like, what's going on here? Right. I gave him that look like, hey, man, and he remembers this because he was like, man, this big motherfucker came in the door. I was like, holy shit, what's going on? Now, when he talked, this is what's called crazy. When he talked, he said she invited him in and he said, nah, your dude wouldn't like that. She goes, no. He's really cool. He's really cool. Now, what's so crazy is him saying that to me, right? Oh, no, he's really cool. He's like, no, I don't think he, and he said, man, I told her like you wasn't gonna be cool with this, but she kept telling me you was gonna be cool. And the thing is, that's on my bad. Because my communication and my influence on her was not there like it should have been. Because she would have never invited him in if it was. So now me and him real cool. That's my we real cool.
Right.
And the crazy thing is that that's a lesson. See, and I think things happen in your guys' lives where you guys got to learn from it and really be honest with yourself. A lot of times you don't like to look at yourself and you would still blame her. I don't blame her at all.
All right.
I blame myself for not being very clear on the expectation when it comes to friends.
Right.
And so, and that was her true friend. If they was or wasn't there, there's a true friend, you know what I'm saying? So, Cats, you need to really know yourself, man. And I think that's half the issue. You don't know yourselves, but still you're making rules for relationships and things like that.
So, caller, to really, so your question is how to navigate those type of things. Okay, so all three of us, I think, gave a slightly different perspective of all those things. Like, a guy like me, I don't bring it up and I don't care. Kzak kind of in the middle. J Roman wants to have an honest conversation if she does have male friends and so on and so forth. The thing is that you definitely got to look at yourself and look at how you want things to be. Look at what you're comfortable with. Look at what you're uncomfortable with. However, I would say you want to make sure that you're not making any of these decisions out of fear of losing her. Do you understand? You don't want to do that part. That's the part that you don't want to do. Because look, I don't think any man on this panel, let's just say you live with a woman, I don't think any man on this panel wants to come home to a whole nigga in his house, especially a nigga he don't know. You get what I'm saying? I don't think so. So certain things need to be said, certain things need to be cleared. And again, it has to do with your style and the consistencies of leadership that the leadership standards that you have set in the relationship. Do you understand? You have to know how to carry yourself. You have to know how like your woman has to know how you feel and what you think, not by what you say, but by your actions. You understand? And I can't do that for you. I can't do that for you. But here's the thing. If you start to get into arguments and you start to go back and forth with your chick, that's where shit is going to fall apart. That's why I'm telling you, don't speak with your words, speak with your actions. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like me personally, like the way that I move with my woman, bro, like she's my responsibility 100%. Like the Uber man cannot open the door and take my woman out of the car. You understand? the cab driver, even the valet at the fucking restaurant cannot open the door and take my woman out the car. Certain things just don't happen. Certain things my woman will only move when I say move. So because the subtleties of that type of style that I've established in my relationship, it's like if my woman was to take those subtleties and extend them to other aspects of our relationship, she knows that she couldn't ever have another nigga in the house when I come home, just based on the way that I treat her on a regular basis. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I mean when I say speak with your actions and not your words, because actions always speak louder than words. So if I won't let the Uber man, the valet guy at the restaurant, I won't even let the fucking waiter pull the chair out for my woman, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying to you? So if my woman sees that type of behavior from me, she starts to realize that she is my responsibility and my responsibility alone, right? And then she understands that she is covered by my protection. And she understands that her well-being is my responsibility and my responsibility alone. So when it comes to another man, she's going to tread very lightly just off of my behavior. Not because I was having some argument with her about, well, why are you following this guy on Instagram? And why you got all these male friends? And why this and why that? And who's this guy? And no, I don't have those type of conversations with my woman. I don't give two shits about other niggas. But she knows that when she's with me, she is 100% covered by my protection. And so that type of influence carries a long way. You see what I'm saying? So the best way for you to do it, bro, is to, number one, give yourself more time because it's only been 3 months. Number two, figure out your masculine identity and how you want to represent your consistencies in this relationship and speak with your action. You get what I'm saying?
And let me add this, because I don't want guys to get it twisted. I don't want guys to get it twisted. When you're cohabitating with a woman or you guys are living together, anytime she's having a house guest over, out of courtesy, she should let you know beforehand. You shouldn't come home to just anybody in your house, period, because you might have a long day at work and you just want to come home and relax. You don't want to entertain, or you might want to come home and beat up the pussy. You might be like, man, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna fuck the shit out my chick, and then you walk in and there's a whole fucking couple sitting on the couch, and you looking at her like, no heads up. So, and even from the man's perspective, if you're having a house guest over, give your woman a heads up.
Exactly.
She might come home and she might, as soon as I get in, I'm just gonna take this dress off and let him get it. But then you got 4 or 5 of your niggas on the couch. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's just common courtesy to let your significant other know, hey, we're having some house guests, just letting you know, right? So that's just common courtesy. But for you to come in your crib and there's a whole nigga on the couch, a nigga you've never met, never formally been introduced to, that's just mad disrespect.
Yo, hey, beta males have one girl. Hit that real quick for me. Yeah, he says, I don't know what world Miles lives in sometimes. Nobody opening no car door for your woman. Nobody's pulling her chair out. Nobody's going to acknowledge her existence once they see you. Nigga, they acknowledge her existence because they see me. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? They see my woman because they see me. What are you talking about? Like this is where y'all niggas lose the understanding of what I say, because you're of the woke this guy's a chauvinist mentality. What do you mean they don't acknowledge her existence? They acknowledge the existence of a beautiful, protected woman because they see her fucking king standing next to her. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Y'all niggas, look, I don't expect everybody to see what I'm saying, because to be understood is not a guarantee. It's a blessing. So it's okay if you don't understand what I'm trying to show you. Beta males have one girl, but that's not what it is. They fully acknowledge her existence and her presence, but they acknowledge it that she's a spoken for woman in every sense of the word, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's in a comment just saying dumb shit, being disruptive to the chat. Talking about I can't stand another nigga girl. He just sound bitter and mad at the world and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he ain't got no woman.
He says, I can't stand another nigga female. If we enter in the same restaurant and you and your girl behind me, I'm gonna let the door close on y'all and not do nothing to assist any couple. What?
Yeah, it just sounds like he just bitter because he ain't got no females, bro. That's what it
Nigga,
sounds
I
like.
don't care. I'll hold the door for my woman anyway. So I don't need you to hold no fucking doors to me. Let the door close, nigga. Please go about your
See,
fucking
but
business.
that's a male that's always influenced by others.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I want to hold the door, I'm gonna hold the door. If I want to ask my woman about her male friends, I'm gonna ask my woman about her male friends because that's me and who I am, and I'm gonna be consistent about it. You know, some of you cats don't understand why you do things. You only do things because you're following somebody else and what they said to do.
Exactly.
I know why I do certain things. You know, I understand me and no more new friends. Like I understand me in that because I'm the influence.
Right.
And if you don't see me as that influence, where you don't need another man in your life besides me, then we can't be together because that's how intimate we are when I rock with you. So the thing is, you guys got to understand that it's about consistency on who you are with a purpose.
Exactly.
Some of you guys do things and the purpose is insecurity.
Mm.
It ain't about insecurity with me. It ain't about you leaving with me. It's about the intimacy I want to create with somebody when I get to that level in rock. I don't. You can't even think about another dude. Every experience you see somebody seeing, you see me and you in that experience. And if that don't happen, that ain't the relationship I want to be in. Because that ain't worth it to me to be in a relationship where you see something and say, you know what? Oh, that's dope. But you don't consider me in it? Are you serious? Like, nah. Why am I even here? That's the thing. You guys have to be consistent on who you are, have a purpose behind it, and the reason. And it has to be more than just insecurity, because it seems like your insecurity are set on whatever fad it is right now. Oh, it's being in having multiple girls is the thing. Oh, I want multiple girls now too. Do you really? No, being a one woman man is the thing. I want anybody in multiple relationships ain't cool. Like, y'all don't even know what you really want. And if you don't know what you really want, how are you going to ask something from a woman to understand you?
Exactly. So Cola, you all right, Gay?
Yeah.
No, you got it, Miles.
All right, Cola. So any other questions or anything else?
Nah, that's it, man. Nah,
Okay.
thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. So yeah, we did a lot of talking, so you might want to hit the playback just to like get the thoughts together. But man, I hope we helped you today. All right.
Absolutely.
You let the door close.
All right, man. Good luck to you. And remember, go to the Bad Boy membership and watch that vetting process video, bro. You need it because 3 months is not enough time for you to even be having all these type of questions, bro. Honestly, 3 months is very early, bro. Very, very early. All right.
Copy that.
All right, take it easy, brother. All right, peace. So we got 330. You are on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got Jay Roman, Miles, and Kay Zaggin. What's going on? Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Hey, it's William, 40, Canton, Ohio.
William Kime, how you doing, fam?
I'm in the building. What's going on?
What's happening, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey,
the horse
hey,
whisperer, William Kime.
The horse whisperer. I've been called that since I was a kid.
Facts.
But anyway, no, I just thought I got a little bit funny story, maybe a little bit of a question too. So this chick that we hooked up a couple of times. Only time me and her ever went out was the first time we met. We met up for a drink up the street. Came back, smashed. We've had a couple of times. I've been at her house. She's been over here. The other day she had said something. She kept saying, "I want to take you out to eat. Like, I want to take you to this restaurant." And she sent me a list of like really nice restaurants in the area. And she was like, "Are you free?" I think it was Tuesday, whatever. It was going to be really hot in the middle of the day, and I was like, perfect time to take a break from riding horses and go in the house and smash. She's coming over, but she wanted to take me. She's like, "Let's go to dinner in the afternoon, or let's go get food in the afternoon, right?" And I was like, "Why don't you come over and we'll work up an appetite, before we go to dinner, before you take me to dinner."
Right. I like that. Yeah. I've said that before.
Right. So I make sure the house was nice and cool, the AC's on and everything. She comes over, we hooked up, we smash. Afterwards we ended up going to Mexican. We was out there, we were eating, and she's like, "I'm so glad that we that you didn't want to eat before we smashed. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know, like,
right.
She's like, she's like, and she, oh, that's the other thing. She was like, you know, you're the first guy that's ever told me that he hooks up with other girls too. Because she had asked me, she had asked me, she was like, are you seeing anybody else? And I was like, yeah, you're not the only girl that I'm seeing.
Right.
And when she had asked me over, I think it might have been over text or something, I just said, yeah, like I'm, you know, so anyway, so the question was like, was there anything wrong with letting her take me out to eat like that?
Hey,
I mean,
I got William, I got a couple things. Number one, I just want guys to know you can be honest with women about the fact that they're not the only woman, and some women will still want to see you, right? You shouldn't concern yourself with women having a problem with it. If they got a problem with it, they're not for you. Now, this is just my personal opinion. I'm not sharing a meal with a woman I just met a week or two ago so soon. I wouldn't do it simply because I want to establish a tone as far as how things are going to be, because I know my superpowers. Okay, so let me explain by what I mean when I know my superpowers. I know when I kick it with women non-sexually and I give them that side of me, they might have an expectation they didn't initially have, where they was cool with the sex, but now they want this thing. So me not going to dinner with them so soon is me establishing the tone of how I want the interaction to be initially. So I want it to be a fuck buddy situation. So to me, I don't know her temperament. I don't know if she can handle her and I doing certain things non-sexually, but when it comes to the fucking, I'm still treating her like a chick I just met. So an example would be, Carla, when I met a woman one time and I was inviting her to come kick it on a sexual tip, and she was like, well, I'm busy right now, and I'm going to go out with my friends for dinner. Do you want to go out with me? I'll pay for you, right? And I ain't got no problem with a chick paying for dinner, but for me, that was too soon. It was too soon in an interaction from her and I to enjoy dinner together, but it was also too soon for me to meet her friends. Like, I don't even know if you're going to be in my life past me fucking you. So for me personally, it's just too soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
yeah,
I'll say this one thing. I'll say this, William. One thing I think you do have going for you in that particular situation is that you added to the plans at least, and she was cooperative with the plans and so on and so forth. Now, what I think, I don't think it was necessarily detrimental, because she seems like the type of woman that's coachable, that's willing to follow your lead. I think from this point on, you just need to be a little bit more proactive in setting plans before she feels the need to. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah,
you know, and shout out to Lucario, because I heard him say this before. It's like sometimes it's like you gotta you can agree to going out, right? You can agree to going out, but then you still, for whatever reason, either change the time or go to the fucking Mexican spot next door, like switch it up just a little bit to reiterate to her that you're not the one making the plans. You get what I'm saying?
And honestly, she did point out all the restaurants that she pointed out. I didn't pick any of those. I went to one that I liked
exactly.
better than it.
So that's what I'm saying.
You
You still got things working for you. You still got things working for you. Like I said, the only thing from this point on is to just watch. You know, just be clear-minded and purpose driven, and make sure you make the plans. You get what I'm saying? But she definitely seems like the type that is ready, willing, and able to follow your lead, and that's what's most important, because sometimes women just get excited and they bring plans to you, but as long as they know that they're not the ones leading the situation, then that's all that really matters.
And let me say this real quick, and J. Roman, I'm gonna pass it to you. Go ahead.
She invited me over to she was house sitting at her parents' house.
Yeah.
And she said her parents were out of town or something, and I came over, and she'd asked, she's like, "You want me to order food for us or whatever?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, "I'll just wait till we get there." And
let me tell you what's happening. And shout out to her, right? Because she's campaigning and auditioning like women are supposed to. She's just doing too much too soon. And this is what I mean by that. She's very clever. She's very, very clever. And what she wants to do, she doesn't want your interactions to be just sex. So she's trying to introduce scenarios where you guys spend time non-sexually. Okay, that's what she's doing. So she's literally interjecting her agenda in the situation. I got a problem with women doing it. Now, if a woman wants to do that later on, cool, I ain't got no problem. But in the very beginning, when we're just getting started, I don't want a woman to do that, right? Because I want her to understand, no. It's going to be a fuck buddy situation where we're just fucking. All that extra fly shit, the sharing meals together going out, we can do that shit, but we're going to do that later because I need to see, can you perform admirably in this role that I got for you? You're trying to be slick. And let me just say this. I applaud women that do that because they understand that them offering sex or their bodies isn't enough. So they have to offer other things in the equation to get you to deal with them past just sex. And I'm cool with women doing that, but so soon, because now she's trying to take control of the situation and dictate the pace of shit. I can't have that happen. But
yeah. When I went over, I told her, don't order any food. I'll just, I said, I'll see you when I get there. And I will say within less than 5 minutes of being at her parents' house, we were naked on her bed, upstairs on her bed, or whatever it was, because her parents' house or whatever room. It might have been on her parents' bed. I don't even know, but within 5 minutes we were naked on her bed. So it wasn't like I made sure the moment she opened the door and came outside, it was like I just pushed her back inside and we went right. We started making out and that was it. So, I wasn't there to get
real quick there, my bad. I gotta ask this quick question. So in this brief period of time, how many times let me ask you another question. How much time has surpassed from the day that you met her up until the last time you had sex? Was it a couple of days, a week, or two? How much time has surpassed?
No, we're talking about more like 5 weeks because we hooked up twice in the first 2 weeks, and then I didn't see her for about 2.5, 3 weeks, and that's when she wanted to take me. That's when she was wanting to take me out to eat.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Jay.
And I just told, so it's been 5, 6 weeks probably total, and I've seen her, I think 5 times. I've only seen her 4 times. Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this, and I think you're doing a lot of good things, but certain ways we ruin a relationship. Whatever style the relationship is we underestimate the game that she got and the game that she's pulling. And the thing is, when we do that, we underestimate ourselves. You are somebody she wants to be around.
Right.
And she is going to try to be around you and accept whatever you say at this moment. Right. Like, I don't know how many girls we didn't agree. This is just, a F buddy situation, but somehow next thing you know, I'm having a conversation about feelings and then falling, So we realize that it don't matter that conversation that we have with them. They can't take that, especially if the consistency in us is there. Right. So you have to be cautious of how much time and the type of time you spend with her, like Carrie is saying, because even though it's not, every day or every week, it's still on her mind. And so she's trying to create these moments like Carrie is saying, and she's trying to create these moments not just for her, but for you to see that in her. Right? To see that, hey, I'm relationship. And so basically it slowly moves your guys' interaction in a different direction than you might have really wanted it to. And then she throws the guilt trip later on and says, hey, why were we out to dinner and eating and doing all this stuff? And you're like, no, I was, I came over your house to bang and but we had dinner afterwards and the way, we spend and we laugh together and with the way, and she's moving it to this point. So just be conscientious and aware that, hey, these ladies out here They got some game about what they want too.
Yes, they do.
You have to be conscientious of that.
That's facts.
And the best thing for us is to be consistent. And even when we see certain stuff, to say, hey, slow down. Slow down. I'm not really hungry. Why don't you just come over and then go from there? Like, this spending this personal time, is precious to me, and I can't just give that to you just yet.
Well, it's intimate. Sharing a meal together is intimate. Yes, for me, sharing a meal together is intimate, and it's non-sexual intimacy. See, guys got to remember that women, all women, not some, every last single woman on this planet, they covet and they crave non-sexual intimacy. They all want it. For me, that's something that a woman has to work towards. I'm not just going to give that shit to you because you want it.
Right. Exactly. All right, William. So yeah, just watch yourself, man, and try to take the reins, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
And that's the thing too, that I do deal with. I've got multiple women I deal with. There's ones that come and go and whatnot, but I put it the same as training horses. You're not going to train horses by working with one horse in your life. You're going to you're going to get to the more experience and the more you're around horses, the better you'll get. And that's the same way with women, same way with anything,
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, right? This could be one of those like F buddy situations where that's what y'all do. Y'all work up an appetite, then y'all go get some lunch. But you gotta be
I'll tell you.
Let me explain something to you though. You gotta be so on point with this that you gotta be careful not to go take a shower after. You gotta be careful not to lay there in the bed cuddling for too long. Like you literally gotta smash, put on your clothes, go get something to eat. Hey, I'll call you next week. And you gotta have that shit. Like it gotta be automatic. You can't if you know that y'all only do that shit around lunchtime, make sure you do it around lunchtime. Because the one day that you do that shit around dinner time, it's downhill from there. You get what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with this situation, but you just gotta know, like Jay Roman said, you gotta maintain that consistency. Because once you start to add to it, that's when she's gonna be like, oh well, the last time, we held each other for a few minutes, and how come you don't want to do that anymore? And then you gotta start, it's gonna change the dynamic. So there's nothing wrong with how you start as long as you stay consistent and as long as it works for you and it's on your terms. You see what I'm saying?
But also, and I want guys to think about this, okay? And both Miles and Jay Roman are right, and William, I don't see anything wrong with what you're doing if you know how to manage it, right? Because this is what happens. If you're dealing with a woman and you're mainly motivated to deal with her because of casual sex, when other things get introduced into the equation, it becomes tied to the sex.
Exactly.
It's tied to it. So both of their examples, if sharing a meal together becomes part of the sexual dynamic, like we fuck, we eat, we fuck, we eat. Now what happens is, let's say a month or two down the road, you say to yourself, you know what, I'm gonna stop eating altogether with her, I'm just gonna fuck her. Now, like Miles said, it interrupts the dynamic because it's tied to the sex now. So if you try and take away that dynamic of the interaction, it impacts a woman's desire to want to fuck you because she married the sharing of intimate moments, eating, with the sex. She married the two together. So if you take one away, it interrupts everything. That's why you got to be careful what you introduce.
Exactly. All right, William.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I appreciate you guys, and you got the show tomorrow at noon, right?
Yes, sir. Real Game No Theory tomorrow at noon. Shout out to 1950, Steve Dedeen, Lucario, K Zagan, and myself. And sometimes Dre, sometimes Taekwondo. All right. So shout out to those guys, man. Make sure you check us out 12 noon Eastern time.
For sure. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna jump off here, but I appreciate all you do, and I'm sure I'll be calling back. I was getting out there and meeting women. I've been in so many situations where I'm sure you guys get that too, just being in, meeting women, different situations, different scenarios and stuff, but unless you just get out there and do it, you're not going to experience that. You're not going to get the experience.
Exactly. That's a fact. So, you got to get out there and experience shit. Yep. All right.
Yeah. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Thanks for the call, man. Thanks for your support of the show, man. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Absolutely. Take care.
All right, peace.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we're
Go
gonna call
close?
time. Yeah.
Okay, let me say this. Shout out to the men's 4x400 mile relay team. They just got the gold medal and they set a new Olympic record. So shout out to that relay team because the sprint relay team sucks. But shout out to them. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And if y'all don't know the medal count, look at the medal count. I think we got 30 or 40 medals more than the closest person. We are literally kicking ass. You know what I'm saying, at the Olympics across the board.
Nice.
All right, so we got some questions. Guys, if the questions are silly, I'm skipping them. I'm letting you know right now. Okay, all right. So he says, hey, Zach, for the intro, what do you mean by if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man, if you're not that man yourself, she's going to choose you? So for those of you who weren't in New York for the first leg of the definition of man tour, basically, the first leg was in New York, second one's in Vegas, and of course we're doing the finale in Miami. So when we was in New York, the audience were asking questions, and one of the guys was talking about, I don't know if he was actually a father or if he was endeavoring to be a father, but he was sharing with us his concern about how he would teach his daughter certain things when it comes to dealing with men and dating. And I was saying that if you want your daughter, number one, it don't matter what you do, women are going to choose who they want to fuck with regardless, right? But if you're the type of man where you wanted to give your daughter some game on the type of man you would like for her to interact with, you better be that man yourself. You better be that guy, right? Yeah. Because a lot of times a woman's first influence is her father, right? Mm-hmm. So either an absentee father or a father who's very involved. So a lot of times when women select the man that they deal with and they have a great deal of respect for their father and they greatly admire their father, a lot of times they would want men with certain characteristics and attributes that their father has, right? So if you want your daughter to be around a certain man, be that man that you're trying to tell her to be around, right? And when I say she'll choose you, if you're lying to her mother and you cheating on her mother and you mistreating her mother, sometimes subconsciously she'll gravitate to that same type of man.
Exactly. It's basically it's saying that your child will choose what they're used to.
Facts.
Understand? Your child will choose what and look, you have to remember, and this is why having a two parent household is so important. You and your wife, or you and your girl, or whatever, you and your baby moms, you and your baby moms is the first examples of what they know as the role of a man and the role of a woman. So if your relationship is dysfunctional, guess what? Chances are your child is going to choose dysfunction in their relationships, and so on and so forth. It's what they call like generational curses, right? With all the dysfunction and trauma and all that other shit. So you gotta be healthy. So the thing is, if you're trying to teach your daughter to choose a certain man and you're not that man, she's gonna choose you. But at the same time, if you're trying to teach your daughter how to choose a good man, you gotta be that good man.
Consistent.
Because she's gonna gravitate to what she's used to. Period. You understand? That's what it is.
Yeah, it's simple. How can she choose something she's never seen?
Exactly.
Facts.
So if she's seen it and understand how it works in the dynamic of a relationship, or seen it and understand how it works in her life, then that's something she's going to choose because she's actually seen it.
Exactly.
So that's the thing, and you want your kids to do better than what you've done. You want your kids to be better than what you are, but part of that process is them seeing you become and be better. And I think that's the thing. Like you gotta work. I don't understand how people get out of life without working. You can't be lazy, man. Being a man is not about being lazy.
Facts.
No. Well, also, be the example you want your kids to emulate. Now, it's no guarantee. It's no guarantee, because you got to remember, when they're out here meeting people, they're going to formulate their own thoughts and opinions and perceptions about what they see, right? But be the example you wish. This is why you will have some women, as an example, they'll see that their father and their mother have a loving, caring, healthy relationship. And they say to themselves, I want a relationship like my parents have. So they will seek to be the type of woman that their mother is, and they'll seek to try and find a man that's similar to their father because they want that for themselves. Right? So just, word of advice.
And I think part of it is even subconsciously, right?
Yeah,
So
subconsciously.
if you have a daughter, she's going to choose a knucklehead, or she might choose a knucklehead just because, right? But then at some point she realized it's just uncomfortable to her. It's uncomfortable because it's not something she's really been around. And so she's able to leave that situation a little bit faster than someone who hasn't seen it, hasn't seen like, yeah, hey, my dad ain't never treated my mom like this. Right? No, this ain't cool. This is not cool. Instead of saying, well, I don't know if this is how relationships go. And that's why I'm staying here. So like, with different individuals, even our kids, we don't know how the direction they're going to take. But I can tell you this, if it's just something that she really sees and recognizes in you, I don't think she's going to put up with it a lot for a very long time, or put up with it at all.
Right. Yep. And I'll add to it real quick. Here's the thing too. If it's missing entirely, she is going to adopt the narratives around that thing. So what do I mean? If there's a lot of situations where, because of bitterness and all that shit, the baby father leaves, right? And all that's left is a single mother. So what the child accepts is the narrative that has been placed on the absent thing. So especially if the baby mom's is bitter and all she has is negative things to say about your father, or about the baby daddy, the child is going to accept the narrative. So this is why you have so many women who don't respect men, and this is why you have so many men who don't know the value of themselves. You understand? Because all they've ever heard is their single parent mother complain about men and about, well, your father ain't shit and deadbeat this, and I hate you. You look just like your father. You probably gonna grow up to be just ain't shit, just like your father, and your father ain't shit. That's why he ain't here, and blah blah blah. Now, I don't say this to attack single mothers and nothing like that, but there is a lot of dysfunction that comes from when two people break up. And then the child has to grow up with the single mother, and the single mother is upset or bitter at the fact that the relationship didn't work. You understand? These things happen. So again, like I said, you have a lot of women who don't understand the value of a man, and then you have a lot of men growing up who don't know the value of themselves. And that's exactly why we're here. That's exactly why we spit this game that we do. You understand? It's just a reality. Again, I don't say none of this to come at single parent mothers and none of that, because there are some single parent mothers who do a better job and who provide a healthier narrative about the father that isn't there, or about men in general. You understand? But in a lot of situations that's not the case, and there's a lot of negative narratives. So like I said, whenever the thing is missing, the child will accept the narrative that is placed on that missing thing.
Facts. So let's jump to the next question. I just saw it. Let me get back to it right there. So Chiefs guy says, how do you give a woman freedom in your give them freedom in a relationship, and when you don't want no one around her, but you not her family friend? Guys, it's not about keeping people from around your woman. Like, see, true freedom in a relationship comes from not you trying to dictate who your woman can and can't be around. Is you sitting back and just letting her do what she do, and you just sitting back, just peeping game, just seeing how she's moving. Miles alluded to it earlier, right? See, a lot of times when you influence women, it's not about you telling women what they can and can't do like she a kid. It's about how you move. It's about you being a man of action, right? And you showing women with your behaviors how you move and that you got standards. And when a woman can see that and she sees the value in that, a lot of times a woman will, what's the word I'm looking for? She will self-modify her own behavior based on what she's seeing. Okay, I told a story. I was dealing with this young lady when I met her. At the time, I was like 35. She was like 24. So she was kind of young. And she was a party chick. She liked to go out and kick it and drink and dance and kick it. And I had no problem with her lifestyle, right? Because she's a young chick, and I wasn't looking for no girlfriend, so I had no problem with her lifestyle. But over an extended period of time, when she was dealing with me, she realized he doesn't go out a lot. He goes out sometimes, but that's not his lifestyle per se. So at some point while dealing with me, she realized that she wanted to date me more seriously. Okay, real quick, caller, give me a second.
They hung up.
So on her own, she started changing how she moved as far as her going out, the frequency on her own. I never said nothing to her about it. So she came to me and she told me, I don't know if you noticed, but I don't go out as much as I used to. And I looked at her, I'm like, I didn't notice. I don't go out pictures and all that. Live you, do your life. But she said to herself, I want him. And I think my lifestyle is not conducive to winning him over or getting him to be my man. So on her own, she modified her own behavior. So when you talk about giving a woman freedom, that's exactly what that means. Let her do her. If she sees the value in you, she will make corrections to her own behavior if she feels like what she's doing isn't conducive to her getting you.
Exactly. Jay, you got something?
No, I'm gonna let y'all ride on this one.
I'll say this then. See, caller, and just right off the bat, your language, right? You said when you don't want no one around her. See, here is the trick in life, and when it comes to gratitude and living, a healthy, positive, and confident life, it is more effective and constructive to focus on what you want as opposed to focusing on what you don't want. Okay, so I'll give you an example this way. Let's just say you don't want your woman to go on girls' trips. Okay, the trick is to focus on what you do want. Okay, what do you want? You want for you and your woman to have great trips between the two of you. That's what you really want, right? What you really want is for you and your woman to have great vacations and to travel and to have fun with each other and to have, awesome times traveling and seeing new places together. That's what you focus on. So what you do is you show gratitude, confidence, consistency, and things to be nurturing to that thing that you want, which is for y'all to have the best vacations with each other. So what do? You plan shit right. You go to places that both of y'all enjoy. You get the itinerary together, right? If you got the bread, make sure it's first class and make sure that when y'all together, it's a great time, right? So when you focus more on what it is you want, and she looks at, well, I could go on vacation with my man. And it's always a great time. We do things we're both interested in. Of course, the sex is always good. He chooses good excursions. He always chooses dope hotels or Airbnbs for us to stay in. And it's a breeze and it's blissful and it's beautiful. Then she looks at going on a girls' trip where the chicks can't agree on which Airbnb or hotel to stay in, and one bitch is always broke, and we got to worry about her coming with no fucking money, and we got some chicks is single and they always want to go to the club, and they bringing in strange niggas to the Airbnb, and they staying out all late at night, and this one got drunk and vomited, and her weave got all fucked up, and they damaged the fucking yeah. It's all this shit going on with a girls' trip. But when she goes on vacation with her man, it's always a blissful, heavenly experience. Which one is your girl gonna choose, my nigga? Which one is your girl gonna choose? So, and how does she come to that conclusion? She comes to that conclusion because you stayed focused on what you wanted. You stayed focused on creating a divine experience with you. So when it comes to choosing, 9 times out of 10, she's gonna choose vacation with her man as opposed to the girl trip. But now, if you sitting over there talking about, man, I don't want you going on no girls trip. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be doing that. That's not where it's at. Where it's at is you focus on what you want. Focus on what you want and make the best out of that. So when your woman has to choose girls trip with all this drama or a trip vacation with my man, which one do I trust me? She gonna choose the one with her fucking man if you know what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we have to realize, guys, when we focus on what we don't want, that's what the universe brings to us because it's at the front of our mind. So let's focus on what we want and then do what's effective with that.
This is why I don't like this question here. And it took me a minute to kind of, even looking. I don't like the fact that you said for her not to be around her family, her friends,
Right.
like, but you
Nobody but you.
call this as your woman,
Right.
right? Now, if your woman is under your protection, that protection is also not just physical but mental.
Speak on that. That's facts.
Family is soothing to people, just like your family would be soothing to you, and for your mental health to be around people you grow up with and to know where you from, and friends and things like that. So for you to keep her away from her family is just weird to me. That's not, I welcome family members, even if I don't like them. If they are mentally helpful to my woman, then why wouldn't I want them around?
Right.
That is our responsibility. Is we create this bubble of comfort, and the control is not for the control is not a cage, but it's a comfort to say, hey, I know you need this. Sometimes
Right.
I'll send you to your family.
Mm.
Go call your sister and go kick it.
Right.
See if they can come down. Can they come down and visit you? Can they, like, we should be there mentally, physically, everything for them. That is part of our responsibility, for you to hold that away from her. And then you use the word friends. So these are actually her friends you don't want her to see. That's just that's strange.
You know what it is?
And then he included nobody, etc.
Nobody.
Nobody.
That's
But
mate guarding.
me.
That's him trying to keep her from being around everybody, because he
Right.
don't want no one to influence his shit. He don't want her to see and be around any other men. This is possessiveness and
Yeah.
security at its finest. That's what that is.
And I don't know about this Chiefs guy, but I like people who want to be around me. That it's better
Exactly.
that way. For
Exactly.
somebody to say, I choose you. I don't want you to force to choose me. I want you to choose me. That's why on those dating shows, when it's like the last person, the person kind of looks like, well, yeah,
you my only option. So
yeah,
fuck.
this is my only option.
Well,
Like,
you know
nah,
what?
this ain't gonna work. Cause I want you
You
to
know what?
want me.
Well,
This.
and my bad, Jay. Well, here's the thing. You never want a woman to be obligated to you. You want a woman to choose you free and clear of her own volition, of her own free will. And the reason why you want that to happen, when you try and obligate people to shit, that creates animosity and resentment later on, right? And all you're doing is you're creating a scenario that's going to be rife with frustration, rife with discontentment, rife with arguing, and all that other shit. You want to, even when it comes to sexual exclusivity, you want a woman to choose on her own, not to want to fuck with nobody else. You don't want to try and make her do it. You don't want to try and obligate her to do it, right? And let me just say this about loyalty, because loyalty is bigger than just sex. Okay? Loyalty is even like if you're with a woman and she's not sharing intimate details of your relationship with anybody, that's loyalty as well, right?
Yeah.
But the loyalty should be from the heart, right? It shouldn't be obligated. Like, I'm supposed to do this, I gotta do this or else. And that's the type of relationships you guys be getting into, is that or else shit. You don't want that type of situation.
Right.
Shaka.
I'll add to this too. See, Chiefs guy, right? One thing that your language has exposed to me is that I don't think you really know what it is to have a woman that wants to be around nobody else but you. And I think that's why you want it so bad. I think that's why you're asking for it so dysfunctionally, because you've never experienced it. Because here's the thing. When you like me personally, most of my interactions with any female that I'm dealing with is scheduled. And the reason why that is because I have to reserve time for myself. Do you understand? I have to reserve my quality time for myself. So therefore, all of that, I don't want her to be around nobody but me shit, it doesn't sound realistic to me.
No.
There's people in trouble with the law because of stuff like that now.
You see, exactly, because bro, let me tell you something. I remember watching this Twilight Zone movie, this Twilight Zone episode. No, sorry, not Twilight Zone. Tales from the Crypt. Anybody remember that show? You remember that show, Jake? Tales from the Crypt, right? Where this dude said he wanted a woman to be in love with him, right? And so he put the spell on the woman or whatever. He asked the guy or the sorcerer to put the spell on the woman, and the woman was in love with him. And all the woman ever wanted to do was smash, bro, to the point where this dude got sick because he lost all of his own energy. Now, guess what? He decided, it got so crazy that he decided to self-delete, okay? So they showed you him in heaven or whatever, right? Or they showed you him in the afterlife. And guess who came running? Guess who came running to him? So after he self-deleted, the woman said, "Oh my, yo, caller.
Yes, master.
Caller, can you please shut off the show in the background? You're really messing up the audio right now."
I'm sorry, sir.
Okay, hold on right there. Just stay right there. Let me finish making a point, okay? All right. So I just brought that up to illustrate the point that you claim and you think you want a woman to be around you all the time, but you still there's a lot of dysfunction in your parameters. And I know that dysfunction will turn into more dysfunction when you're not getting adequate time for yourself because you haven't worked on yourself. Do you get what I'm saying? So because life is about balance. There's no way you can have a woman that you want her to be around you and only you at all times, bro. That's not healthy.
Bro,
that's not healthy.
Wow.
And we have to understand these things.
He don't understand. Women will get on your last fucking nerve. You gotta send them away. You gotta go, girl, go.
You understand? So that's why I talked about, if instead of focusing on saying that you don't want her to be with anybody else, well, work on making time with you the best it could possibly be. But we still got to have balance in the world, bro. We still got to have balance where you get to spend time alone, she gets to spend time alone or with other people, like her family, like her friends, or whatever it is. Because everybody got to have their own life, man. But 856, you're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. We got Jay Roman, Miles, and your host, Kay Zagan. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
Damn, your message is so sexy.
What?
I'm from Philly, and
how old are you?
You can help me by telling me.
How old are you?
I'm 40.
Who?
40.
40. Okay, go ahead.
And you can help me by telling me how I can worship socks, be dominated.
Just cut this dude. Just cut this call. This call weird.
I can't hear what he's saying. How can you worship what?
Nah, this dude.
Socks?
He playing around, man. Just cut
He's trolling.
He's trolling.
Okay.
Be dominated.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but yeah. Call. You already took it off. Okay, cool.
Okay, no, you want to put it back up there?
No. I was just going to add to it to just finish up the point. But again, like I said, we gotta be be healthy. We gotta have balance, guys. Chiefs guy, we can't be so insecure that again, when we understand how good time is with us is because she gets to experience time without us.
That's facts.
You understand? And if we don't understand that as men, then there's something missing. You claim you want her to only be around you and nobody but you. That's a little bit dysfunctional, my G. So you got to be.
It's also
this right
very
here,
unrealistic. Very unrealistic too.
Yeah. And just think how much you gonna be doing just to have that happen. Like you gonna be jumping head over heel over the moon. Like you're gonna have just to entertain her. You're gonna have to make sure she's happy, and then here, I'll buy you another bracelet. This is what she really wanted, just to go see her sister, but you don't even want to go let her see her sister or nothing. Like she really wanted, talk on the phone without you and stuff like that.
This guy got white van on the side of the road and chloroform, and a secret basement. With a hiding wall and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, this is the guy that taps his woman's phone and tracks.
Oh
her
yeah.
while
He'll be
he's
that
at
guy.
work.
He'll clone the phone so he gets all the phone calls and messages. He's that guy.
Damn.
All right, so let's go to the next question. So he says, Zag, do you tell them verbally that you're not gonna show them non-sexual attention? Guys, y'all don't have to tell women.
Yeah, speak with your actions, Jay Bizzle.
Speak with your actions. A lot of you guys, you don't need to communicate everything verbally to a woman. Communication, a lot of times, 90% nonverbal, right? You can show. Look, let me tell y'all something. Women don't really listen to what you guys say anyway. They pay attention to your actions. So an example of that is this. If you tell a woman, look, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for some sex. But yet you start spending the night with her. You start sharing meals with her. You start sharing intimate details of your family life and your childhood. She's going to take cues from what you're doing. And in her mind, she's going to say, well, I know he said he's not looking for a relationship, but the way he's interacting with me, he's interacting like a boyfriend would. So she's going to take her cues from your actions. And then you're going to create drama in your life based on how you're acting and the fact that your words and your actions don't match up. So you ain't got to tell women all that shit. Show women.
Right. And that's the uniqueness that makes the difference between different individuals and male and men, because everybody says a lot of different things. Like how many times have men said, oh, I don't want a relationship, yet they spend it every day with her. Like they hear this a lot. Like they've heard that from you a lot. They know what they believe is your game. But he just says this, but if I really show him who I am and he likes me, he's going to spend time with me. And here you are doing everything she thought you would do. Besides that, I don't want a relationship right now. But you sure is acting like you do. And that's the thing. They've heard that before. It's almost like a non-factor, right? Like, I don't want a relationship. Oh, okay, whatever. Like they don't care about you saying that. They're going to continue, but the actions is really going to set the tone to say, okay, he really don't want a relationship right now. I offered to cook. I offered to come over and cook for him, and he was like, "No, I'm good."
All right, so you cool on that, Miles? I'm gonna jump to the next question.
Yeah, we cool. Yeah, we cool.
All right, so y'all hilarious. So he says thoughts on taking women to comedy club. Don't.
No, I wouldn't do it.
Guys.
And yeah, go ahead, Kay.
No, let me just say this.
Yeah.
See, this is how I know a lot of you guys, you don't have no way of doing things. You don't have no standards of how you actually deal with women. You just do whatever, right? My thing is there are certain dates that only girlfriends should get. Or only women who are of that ilk, like women you've been dealing with for a certain period of time who should, because comedy dates, to me, that's girlfriend dates. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like if I'm taking a trip, I only take trips with women I'm in relationships with.
Facts.
Okay. I'm not taking trips with a chick I'm just dating, right? I'm not doing that type of shit, right? I have very specified and defined things that I do with women based on what role they play in my life. Right. I don't just do shit with chicks because I like them.
Right.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'll say this. The comedy club is no good for a first date, mainly because of the time factor. You understand? The most first dates, honestly, guys, should last no more than an hour. You understand? On average, 45 minutes, right? And that's because you want to give a woman a taste, and then you want to give her a chance to miss you for that second date. Now, the only time it should last more than, half hour to 45 minutes is if y'all end up smashing. You understand? And even then, you shouldn't be giving her that long stamina dick on the first date neither. You understand? You want to give her like a good 15 to 30 minutes of stroking, and you probably shouldn't even nut, and then just go about your business. Again, we giving her a taste, okay? We giving her a taste. You don't want to give her too much. You don't want to give her everything. You want her to come back for more. You want her to be curious about what something else. Now, comedy clubs, like I said, too much time. Y'all sitting there waiting because it's gonna be it's gonna be the host. They're gonna give you a couple jokes. Then it's gonna be an opening act. Sometimes it's a second opening act, and then it's gonna be the headliner. And they're gonna be talking for about 45 minutes. Not to mention the fact that you're focused on the jokes. You're still not getting to know each other. Okay, so these type of dates, like movies, comedy clubs, and all that type of stuff, is really for after somebody who's already a girl. You already know you. I don't need to sit here and talk to you. You get what I'm saying? But first dates, we getting to know each other. We gotta talk. We gotta this, that, and the third, back and forth, flirt, this, that, and third. Comedy clubs is for your girl, bro. Comedy clubs is for somebody who's well into the vetting process, if not already a girl.
Yeah. Keep it simple. Y'all want to do all of these fly things for these chicks y'all just met, man. Can y'all work your way up to shit? There should be dates where you literally work your way up, depending on what role she plays in your life, and she can see. And that's another thing. This is how you keep women from being spoiled, right? You work your way up to shit, and depending on what she's doing to earn certain things, she can literally see. Oh, now that I've been dealing with him for this long, and I'm investing, I can see the progression of our dates, right? You want her to actually see that she's earning shit.
Exactly. Jay?
Let's just imagine you sitting in the first 3 rows and the comedian's like, hey, how long y'all been together?
Exactly.
And he's asking her some questions and you some questions. Either way, she's, so you gettable. You take, hey, fellas, this one right here is I don't think that's a good first date at all. I just, besides, I agree with all the points that these brothers has made. Plus, let's just think about it. Really, is that where you want to go? You won't let her have no friends, but yet you take her to a comedy date and watch another man make her laugh for hours before she even know how funny you are. No, I'm good. No, we're not doing that. Come on.
Exactly.
What happened to inviting them to the house? I don't understand that, man. You spend all this money, pay rent, mortgage, work 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours to provide for yourself and bring food in your house. And that ain't where you want to be at. I don't understand that, man. My house is fun.
But not only that, do you go to comedy clubs all the time by yourself? No. So you're only doing the date because of the woman. So that right there is some lame ass shit.
Yeah, shit, nigga. I forgot his name, Barboza. That young Spanish nigga he be all over my fucking YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
I went and I saw him. I went and saw him by myself the other day. That nigga's funny as shit. I like that dude.
I'll go to lounges and see live bands. I'll do that shit by myself.
By myself,
Right?
nigga.
That stuff is crazy too.
My company is the best. You hear what I'm telling you? My company is the best. I tell you.
And we tell you guys, when you do dates with women where you frequent these places by your fucking self.
Yep.
I seen a comedian be like, "Oh, it's first date. Oh, you about to get his pockets, huh?" Like, I know these tickets ain't, and now she might have thought it was sweet, but because the comedians, now she looking at you like a sucker. Like, no, not me.
All right. So, we got a bunch of questions. Are we ready to wrap? Or
We got one. We got the last one right here, I think.
All right.
Let's check it out. How often should I communicate with a woman I just met? I can't meet for 2 weeks. She's in a different city.
See, I don't do long distance. So I couldn't answer that.
Why? See, guys, if you're gonna deal with women that live a good ways away, you need to already have a true and tried game plan for how you handle that, right? Because to me, that don't even make no fucking sense. I'm personally not even doing that, right? And let's say for the sake of argument, I match with a woman or a woman match with me, like if I was doing the dating app shit, right? Or even if I met a chick in person and she's just visiting and she lives in a different city. My thing is the next time she gonna talk to me is the next time she come back to my city to see me. I'm not trying to carry on no long distance phone conversation with a chick that I really can't see like that.
I happen to like meeting other women. I used to like meeting other women in different cities. I like to drive, listen to my music. I like that stuff. But at the same time, there's nothing that changes about it. We're not talking forever. We're not, it's like Zach said, are you coming up here or not?
That's
it. And that's pretty much.
Listen,
it doesn't change. I don't understand how, and that's the point of being consistent on who you are. It's not going to change. Oh, let's talk for hours because I'm in a different city. I wouldn't talk to you for hours in the city where I could come through right now.
Right.
So why would I do it when you in totally different? No,
Exactly.
let's just talk. Let's But the thing is, this is one of these questions to me. It's kind of like, what are you looking for?
Right.
Like I tell y'all, a lot of these guys out here are looking for relationships. So this question to me is a relationship question where, like, okay, if I meet her in a different city, do I communicate with her? And do I, tell her how much I'm thinking about her? And do I try to arrange this? Like, if you be honest with yourselves, man.
But not only that, my thing is, so you're not going to set something up where she can come and see you? Okay, you're just gonna relegate yourself to being a phone buddy?
Yo.
Like what are we doing?
If it's long distance, all you need to know is this. I'll holler at you when I'm coming to your city, and you do the same. That's it.
If you can't see her for 2 weeks, one of those phone calls is to set that date up, or to set the interaction up. Because in 2 weeks, if you coming this way, we should already know what's going down. Like, that's a long way to drive just to look at each other, So I wouldn't invite her over unless I already knew what was happening. So
Yo, listen, y'all not about to hold us hostage with all these fucking late questions, okay, guys? So
no, we about to be up out of here. You ready to get up out of here right now?
I'm not doing
it. Let's go. Yeah, we told y'all not to wait so fucking long.
Me personally. Because y'all niggas could ask questions the whole damn show, but y'all want to fucking wait till we already on OT. Chiefs again. Who else? Niggas like Showtime Miles. Don't be doing that shit. Y'all not holding us hostage, man. It's Saturday. Niggas got lives.
Hey, the best way to get these answered is you should have called in.
Yeah, call in. During the fucking show. It's a 2-hour show. Yeah. It's a 2-hour show, and y'all niggas wait. Y'all do this all the time. What's wrong with you? You know what?
On that note, hey, France is playing the USA right now, so I'm about to get into that. The moderators, Renee P. Thank you, baby girl. I appreciate you. All the other moderators, appreciate you. Everyone who called in, everyone who asked questions, everyone who participated in the chat. Appreciate all y'all viewing. Y'all could have been doing anything else with your time. Thanks. Appreciate you fucking with us. Y'all got something y'all want to plug?
Yeah, guys, shout out to Renee P. She got the link in there. Make sure y'all go get your tickets to the Game Kings 2 documentary screening in Miami, October 26th. If you want to get the links is here in the chat. Just copy paste that, put in the URL, and buy your tickets. Or you could go to the Miles in the Game on YouTube community page, and the tickets are over there too. Shout out to Jay Roman and K Zaggin, as always, man. Appreciate you for having us on the show, man. And yeah, man. Oh, and make sure you get at us tomorrow. Real Game No Theory. Shout out 1950, Steve the Dean, Lucario, K Zag, myself. Make sure y'all check us out. 12 noon Eastern time.
Pleasure, everyone.
Yeah. That's it for me, man. You said everything I was gonna mention. So
hey, like and share the stream, and stop fucking up y'all situations with women because y'all don't know how to conduct yourself like grown ass mature men.
Facts.